Today I'm pleased to confirm that WestJet mainline flight attendants have reached a tentative collective agreement.
A deal in place, WestJet back in the sky, but experts warn the next few days could be choppy for travelers.
Suddenly, we saw this red car coming southbound and it collided with the ambulance.
A dramatic crash in Victoria caught on dash cam shuts down a major intersection as onlookers jump into action to help. Good evening and thanks for joining us. WestJet and the Canadian Union of Public Employees have reached a tentative deal ending a strike that has led to the cancellation of hundreds of flights. The work stoppage left passengers stranded. WestJet has confirmed it's restoring its flight schedule. However, as Mackenzie Reid reports, travelers are not out of the woods yet.
Today I'm pleased to confirm that WestJet mainline flight attendants have reached a tentative collective agreement.
Good news for Canadians and great news for travelers today. WestJet and the union representing 4,400 flight attendants reaching an agreement, ending strike action and putting planes back in the sky.
The parties remained at the table and worked through the outstanding issues, and eventually the puzzle pieces came together in a way that made sense for us to take to our membership.
In a statement Sunday, WestJet says the offer includes a 13% pay increase starting in October and a 2.5% increase in each of the next 3 years. It also includes a new duty pay premium equivalent to another 12% salary increase that's meant to address the members' claim of unpaid work.
This agreement represents meaningful progress on the issues that we brought to the table.
The airline saying in a statement today it's pleased to have reached an agreement as it knows this disruption has been frustrating, adding teams are working to restore service as soon as possible, as many travelers are still facing cancellations.
I'm happy that the strike is over, and I'm hopeful that the flight attendants got what they were looking for in the deal, but I'm just hoping to cancel my flight. The return flight they put me on has 5 layover stops spread out over 2 days, and I need to get back to Toronto for work.
You got a situation that they can't really let go on too long, but everybody has got a deal and they want to get better wages, I guess. But it's a little tough freight when the passengers like myself get caught up in this mess.
Several airports across the country are still seeing flight cancellations today. YYJ saw a total of 19 flights between Victoria, Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg canceled. And experts say there could be more.
It's not quite like flicking a light switch to get flights back on. There's aircraft and crew that maybe aren't where they're supposed to be, and planes that were also parked preemptively. And we may actually see cancellations stretch through tomorrow as well, as they get everything back online.
He says the best thing to do is check your flight statuses, make sure your contact information with the airline is up to date, and pack your patience as WestJet's customer service department will be overwhelmed over the next few days.
There are so many people that are in the same boat as you, and so you just have to have a little bit of patience and trust that you will end up getting where you need to go eventually.
The union says it will now present the deal to its members for a ratification vote.
One person is in hospital tonight in serious condition after a collision involving an ambulance and a car at a busy Victoria intersection Sunday evening. Victoria police say officers were called to this intersection at Bay and Blanchard Streets around 10 to 6 after an ambulance and a passenger vehicle collided. The impact caused the vehicle to roll over and come to a rest upside down in the intersection. Dashcam video appears to show a red sedan traveling southbound on Blanchard Street when it collides with an ambulance traveling westbound on Bay Street with its emergency lights and sirens activated.
We saw the ambulance, heard the lights and sirens, saw it coming through, so we were stopped. It looked like everybody around us was stopped. We were all watching the ambulance come through, and then suddenly we saw this red car coming southbound and it collided with the ambulance. It looked like it actually got air from our angle as it flipped, and then I couldn't see where it landed until we turned the corner, and immediately people were jumping out of cars and running. My husband was yelling to somebody next to us, go check on the ambulance driver. We could see the airbag had deployed. It looked like there might have been smoke in the cab. We weren't sure, so we made sure somebody was running to check.
The intersection was closed while emergency crews responded, and Vic PD traffic collision analysts are examining the scene. BC Emergency Health Services says 2 others were injured and are in stable condition tonight. A large police presence in Saanich this morning surrounding a hotel. Officers with guns drawn surrounding the Accent Inn off of Blanchard Street around 8:30 this morning. Witnesses telling CHEK News a man had barricaded himself inside one of the rooms. Several police cruisers with assault rifles and a police dog on scene. So far, Saanich Police or the Accent Inn are not commenting on what happened and why the heavy police presence. There are still more than 50 wildfires considered out of control tonight in our province. However, many areas in BC have experienced cooler temperatures, resulting in less aggressive fire behavior. This as more than 300 wildfire personnel from Mexico are arriving in our province this week to help battle the province's active wildfire season. The first group of more than 100 firefighters arrived this afternoon, with another 200 expected later this week. As of today, the BC Wildfire Service listed 126 active wildfires across BC. 9 new fires started in the previous 24 hours. The Wildfire Service says those cooler temperatures have temporarily reduced fire behavior in some parts of BC. But the southeastern part of our province continues to experience warm, dry conditions and drought. Crews are continuing to battle several significant wildfires in the Okanagan, where thousands of people have been forced from their homes in recent days. More than 2,200 properties in central Okanagan have been evacuated, while evacuation orders and alerts have also expanded around the Bradley Creek wildfire in the North Okanagan. Forecasters expect temperatures to gradually climb again this week, with hot, dry, windy weather increasing the potential for new fire activity. Tess Van Straten will have more on the air quality concerns here on the island and what we can expect as hotter days are on the way. A massive migration of campers and music fans left the Cowichan Valley today following the wrap-up of the 3-day-long Sunfest Country Music Festival. Organizers expected more than 12,000 people each day to fill Lake Cowichan's Laketown Ranch, and as Sky Ryan says, its impact, though, was felt far and wide.
With his thumb up and shirt off, Sunfest fan Cameron Cross is trying to catch a ride home on Highway 18 Monday. The wrap-up of 3 days of Sunfest and thousands of long weekend partiers and campers out of the Lake Cowichan venue, still buzzing about the live acts and memories they made.
Sunfest was amazing. It's my first year here, and I had the time of my life, to be honest. Now I'm screwed, and I'm hitchhiking somewhere, but...
Where are you headed?
Hopefully Victoria.
Over 12,000 people were expected to attend each day of the annual long weekend event. Sierra McGarrigle traveled from Tassis for this country music festival and volunteered to work at it when she learned it was sold out.
I bartended VIP Lounge, and it was epic.
It was amazing. Everyone was so nice. I just met her and we're already like best friends.
Sunfest's economic impact is also felt for kilometers around. Wade Gamble manages Lake Cowichan pub and restaurant Jake's on the Lake.
It's fun. There's a great vibe to it. You see people are just walking all about and enjoying the great amenities we have here, some of the great businesses.
With no concerts going on during the day, those tourists flocked to nearby Yubo and Lake Cowichan, where they brought an influx of business.
It was crazy. Yesterday morning was nuts. I think within the first half hour, we'd served 100 Caesars. Busy.
The Tube Shack owner's Aaron Frisbee says he expected to be busy with the usual hundreds to thousands of Sunfesters tubing down the river, but the weather was unexpectedly too cold.
For Sunfest weekend to have rain in it is unheard of. I mean, it's in the name, it's Sunfest, so yeah, it was a tough one for tubing at least.
Would you say it was down a certain percent? Or?
It was down over 60% from last year.
So he's pinning his hopes on warmer weather in August and word of mouth from Sunfesters like Cross.
Man, was it ever fun. I had such a great time. And yeah, I love Sunfest. And I'll see you guys next year.
To bring tours back to this small town that is suddenly a lot quieter tonight.
The Snowbirds took to the sky on the southern island today in a lead up to the main event tomorrow in Victoria. This flyover above the BC Aviation Museum, part of the museum's open house, highlighting Canada's rich aviation heritage with an autograph session and visitors giving them an opportunity to see visiting military aircraft, historic warbirds, aviation exhibits, a big moment for many people involved. Canadian Forces Snowbirds team is being grounded until the early 2030s while its aging planes are replaced. The modern CT-157 Siskin II aircraft will take over for the CT-114 Tudor jets. The Tudor planes were introduced back in the 60s. The Snowbirds formed in 1971. They've performed at thousands of air shows and will continue to be based in Moose Jaw.
If you see the airplanes flying over, it makes everybody feel happy. It makes everybody feel as though we are united as a country, that we are behind something like the Snowbirds.
And today was all about the spirit of the Snowbirds and the inspiration and fun they bring as a team, a huge warm-up to what will be an even bigger day tomorrow for those who love to watch them in the sky. A reminder tomorrow, parking restrictions along Victoria's Dallas Road will begin at noon, followed by road closures from 3 until about 6. The Snowbirds are scheduled to perform at 5 as part of the team's 55th anniversary celebrations. CHEK will be at the show live tomorrow to bring you highlights of the aerial performances. The Snowbirds will also fly over the Inner Harbor during the David Foster 40th anniversary concert on August 8th. For more details on parking and event times, we have a full article up on our website at cheknews.ca. When we come back, Tess Van Straten will join us to talk more about what we can expect in the days ahead as it will get hotter around the island, and there are some air quality concerns too to talk about. That's still ahead.
Tess Van Straten, and your island forecast is coming up. But first, here's a look at weather around the world this BC day. Thunderstorms in 33 in Moose, Germany. 16 with showers in Salmon Beach, Western Australia. And thunderstorms in 27 in Dogwood Hill, New Zealand.
Weather around the world is brought to you by ComSense Cabinets. Designed for your space, built for your life.
Experience the 40th annual Souk Fine Arts Show and Sale and discover incredible work from the finest artists across BC's coastal islands. With artist demos, talks and tours, live music, a gift shop, and more. The Souk Fine Arts Show, July 25th to August 3rd at Sea Park in Souk.
This is parent math, where packing light somehow equals 6 suitcases, where space is measured in kids, gear, and snacks, and where the shortest distance between 2 points is never a straight line. It's how Family Smart features, plus Canada's lowest price 7-passenger all-wheel drive minivan, somehow just adds up perfectly. Like I said, parent math. The new 2027 Chrysler Pacifica.
Explore the Saanich Forestry Centre hiring fair on August 10th. Seasonal positions are now available. Join Western's passionate team in their Saanich Tree Nursery and Seed Orchard. Stop by from 12 to 6 p.m. or apply online at westernforest.com/careers.
Realistically, is there room for too many fridges? Because Kristen might bring one, and obviously I'm bringing one. I don't have boxes and boxes, boxes. Oh my God, Mom, what if she's a morning person?
Check off your list for less with back-to-class savings at Canadian Tire.
What if a frog gets in my lunchbox and I can't eat the frog? So.
Before we get to our local weather, in Greece, 2 firefighting helicopters collided in gale force winds near the capital over the weekend. The deadly incident underscores the dangers of battling wildfires in this summer's extreme weather conditions across Europe.
For a 4th day, Greece is fighting against flames that flirt with the outskirts of Athens, reaching nearby farmlands and prized olive groves. Locals try to fight back however they can. It's not a good situation. This is extremely sad, said Yorgos Mavroidis. The wind is very strong. It's difficult to deal with. The vast devastation, but a symptom of an even wider crisis unfolding on multiple fronts. Europe is the world's fastest warming continent. That's left many regions demonstrably more flammable, especially in southern Europe. This shouldn't be happening, says local resident Leonidas Vakrinos. We're on our own. Whatever is being done, we're doing it ourselves. And scientists say humans have also done this to ourselves. A group of international scientists, using a Canadian formula, calculated that the warmer temperatures this year made wildfires 20 times more likely in Spain, twice as likely in France.
Still got another month of peak summer left to come, and we don't know what's going to come for us in those remaining weeks. Even for those of us that work in this area, it's been quite shocking.
High temperatures have also raised alarms about power cuts. In Romania, lower levels in the Danube River prompted the Navy to use explosives to increase water flow to help cool a nuclear power plant. And Hungary is on the verge of completely shutting down its only plant, which provides electricity to nearly half of the country. We're facing the most critical 5 days ahead, said Prime Minister Peter Magyar. The power grid, our public services, and ourselves will all come under enormous strain. That strain is showing, and it's becoming harder to look away.
All right, dangerous situation there, and we have seen some spots in our province certainly fighting desperate fires right now, and it is going to get hotter, Tess.
Yes, Scott, we're looking at a hot stretch ahead. Record-breaking temperatures in Europe again this weekend. We're not expecting record-breaking temperatures for most of BC, but we do have high pressure dominating. And this is our temperature map. You can see here lots of areas getting back into the red. So after a cooler stretch, we're seeing some hot weather. So mid-20s up to 30+ degrees Celsius for most of the island for at least the next few days. Now, the exception to that is the North Island. The North Island hasn't really been getting in on these summer temperatures. So 40% chance of drizzle overnight for the northern tip, increasing cloud cover later tonight as well and overnight. And then you can expect clearing in the afternoon tomorrow after a chance of drizzle in the morning. Temperature-wise, not very warm for most areas, a little bit warmer for Sayward, and then that fog likely sticking around until lunchtime tomorrow. Here's a look at the West Coast picture. So lots of sunshine, beautiful conditions tonight, clear skies tonight for coastal areas, inland locations. Coastal areas getting up to 23. It's going to feel like 26 tomorrow, and then inland areas an actual temperature of 31. Probably going to feel closer to about 33. So not adding as much for those inland areas, but a hot day ahead with lots of sunshine for the west coast of the island. East Island, Pell River also looking at lots of sunshine ahead for tomorrow. So lovely temperatures overnight, clear skies overnight, cooling down nicely. And then tomorrow high 20s for more northern sections. It's going to feel like 30, that 27, more southern sections, Nanaimo south to the Cowichan Valley. Temperatures around 29 for areas by the water. That's going to feel like 31. And then areas inland will probably have actual temperatures closer to about 31, possibly even 32 degrees tomorrow. Powell River, temperatures in the mid-20s, feeling like 29 though. Lots of sunshine, just a little bit of wind by the Strait of Georgia for tonight and then tomorrow. And here's a look at the South Island picture. So for us as well, clear skies tonight and then into that sunshine for tomorrow. So high 20s, that 27 for Victoria is going to feel like 30, but we do have a range in temperatures for Victoria depending where you are, all of our microclimates. So as cool as 19 as a daytime high and then as warm as around that 30-degree mark for hotter parts of Greater Victoria for tomorrow. Should be beautiful conditions for the Snowbirds for viewing. Clear skies and nice temperatures. Not quite as warm for Fairfield, but probably around that 25-degree mark tomorrow when the Snowbirds take to the air. Salt Spring Island's going to feel like 29 tomorrow. Not quite as warm for Port Renfrew, but lots of sunshine in store. And that is the trend for the next few days. Now across the province, Vancouver's 24 is going to feel like 29. And we also have an air quality warning for eastern parts of the Fraser Valley to all the way to Hope. So because of that wildfire smoke. The good news for us in Victoria is it looks like that smoke. We saw a bit of haziness today. It looks like it's going to drift out of our region. So we shouldn't be impacted by that tomorrow. So that has changed a little bit. Lots of sunshine through Whistler and into the Okanagan as well. So this is not good news for the fire danger to have hot, sunny weather ahead as well as potential for wind in the interior, which can be bad news for the fire situation. Some air quality warnings near Yellowknife, but not including Yellowknife. And then sunshine through Alberta, the prairies, temperature-wise pretty temperate until we get to Ontario and Quebec. High 20s, lots of sunshine there. Rainfall warning for parts of Quebec, including Quebec City, and then Atlantic Canada. A little bit of a mix for tomorrow. All right, here's a look at the long-range forecast for the North Island. So after that chance of drizzle tomorrow morning and then into a mix of sun and cloud Wednesday, Thursday with a chance of drizzle, then sunny conditions for Friday and partly cloudy skies Saturday, Sunday. But as you can see, not getting that warm, not getting above 20 degrees for most areas of the North Island. Central Island is a different story. So these are East Island locations by the water. Inland areas tomorrow closer to 31 degrees. The humidex for that 28 is going to feel like 31, and then still in the high 20s, above 30 for inland areas Wednesday and Thursday, and then mid to high 20 degree temperatures Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but a very, very sunny stretch ahead. Similar story for the South Island. We were worried about the wildfire smoke after that haziness and the wind change, but it looks like that should dissipate for us. So because we're under this high pressure, it's like a lid on a pot. It would have kept all of that trapped here, but that wind change is going to help us out a lot. And as you can see, big temperature range, so around that 19-20 degree mark to around 30 degrees Tuesday and Wednesday, and lots of sunshine Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So swinging to above seasonal temperatures for the South Island. All right, here's a look at our country grocer celebrations this BC Day. Happy 90th birthday to Ken Connolly of Duncan, and also to Myrna Yapchung of Victoria. All the best to Stella Forsyth of Nanaimo on her 93rd birthday. 98th birthday greetings go out to Jen Kopp of Victoria. Best wishes to Karma Paul of Victoria, who celebrated a 98th birthday over the weekend. Congratulations to Rick and Lynn Britz of Parksville on their 63rd anniversary. All the best to Bob and Jean Perkins of Campbell River on their 63rd anniversary today. 63rd anniversary wishes also go out to Lauren and Ruth Scott of Brentwood Bay, and a very happy 69th anniversary to Ron and Julie Emig of Ladysmith as they mark this amazing milestone. I hope you all had a wonderful day, and today's weather photo is in honor of BC Day. Glenn Halverson capturing this shot of the provincial flag at Goose Spit in Comox this morning. And here's Glenn's sweet rescue pup, Chocolata, posing with the flag. Very happy to be living on beautiful Vancouver Island. We are very, very lucky. We live in one of the most beautiful spots in the entire world.
And you will be down on Dallas Road tomorrow for doing weather with the Snowbirds in the background, so that'll be great.
Yes, I will not be up in the plane.
No? You're not going to do it this year?
Not this year.
Okay.
We thought it might be hard to do the weather forecast
Fair enough.
in the plane as we're zipping and zagging. And
well, it'll be beautiful down there. There'll be lots of people. It'll be great to see some of the highlights.
Very special experience.
Thanks so much, Tess. Well, a new queen of the mat. A Victoria woman is the new star of the WWE. That's next.
Tonight on CHEK, it's the best of the big league treatment with Jordan Cunningham at 6:30. Then at 7, we have Wheel of Fortune, followed by Jeopardy! At 8, it's the game show Password. And then the police drama Blue Bloods is at 9.
Van Isle Windows has earned the trust of homeowners across the island by manufacturing and installing windows and doors through a proven process built on decades of experience. Our seamless 5-step approach from in-home consultation to final installation ensures every detail is handled with expertise and precision from start to finish. The result is a stress-free experience that enhances your home's comfort and value. Van Isle Windows, made with pride on the island for the island.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group. Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
Be a superhero with Easter seals. Rappel Victoria's skyline with me on September 9th to support kids with disabilities. Register today at dropzonebc.ca.
Now's a great time to set goals to reach your financial success. Maybe you want to make a few updates to your home or anything else you've been dreaming of accomplishing. How would you use $80, $280, or even $2.8 million? Call us today.
CapitalDirect.ca.
Jeep is for anyone. Anyone who gets it. Where a little mud means you're in. No signups, no introductions, just what we do. It's a club that knows how to take something with them and leave something behind. Built by the ones who started it and the ones taking it further. Jeep is not for everyone, but it is for anyone.
Duradeck. Rain or shine, we've got you covered.
To support MS Canada, you could do this. Or eat a teen burger. Join us August 20th, where $2 from every teen burger helps beat MS.
Discover a tropical paradise on Vancouver Island. Wander among free-flying butterflies, exotic birds, reptiles, and a famous flamingo. Surprises await around every corner. Immerse yourself in the warmth of a rainforest adventure at Victoria Butterfly Gardens.
Closed captioning of this CHEK program is brought to you by RLC Landscaping, Victoria's irrigation and landscaping specialists.
Victoria's Chelsea Green is now at the top of the WW. Congratulations to her. That's it for us. Thanks so much for watching our special broadcast tonight, and everybody will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Have a great night.